Think Nigeria is just a name on a map? Let me take you into the shadows of history, where blood met sacrifice, and the world learned why we are called the Giant of Africa. When chaos screamed across Africa, who stood up? Nigeria did, when the Italians stormed Ethiopia and Kenya, intending to rewrite Africa's destiny. Nigeria's military thundered across borders and drove them back into history. When Liberia and Sierra Leone were on their knees, drowning in blood and civil war, it was Nigerian boots that landed on their soil, not to conquer, but to save. They didn't come for gold. They didn't come for oil. They came with valor, with purpose, with honor. They restored life, rebuilt governments, trained armies, and then they walked away. Mission accomplished. Who else can say that? Who else leaves peace instead of ashes? No one. Only Nigeria. While others have stayed in Congo for over 60 years, feeding rebels and draining resources under the name of peace, Nigeria entered, stabilized, trained, protected, left. No mines taken, no women violated, no children displaced. Only freedom, only justice, only legacy. And when Mandela was behind bars, who fought from outside the prison walls? Who hosted him in 1962 and stood by until South Africa could breathe again in '94? Nigeria did. $61 billion. That's what Nigeria spent rescuing African nations. Not for gain, but for duty. So when you ask, what has Nigeria done? The real question is, what hasn't Nigeria done? That's why they call us the Giant of Africa. Not just for our size, but for the size of our sacrifice. But here's the tragedy. The same giant that carried the continent now limps in chains of its own making. Corruption, greed, power without purpose. Our victories have faded into whispers buried beneath political rot and broken systems. The giant didn't fall in battle. It fell from within. Imagine a lion choosing silence. Imagine a king afraid of his own throne. That's Nigeria now. But the bones of warriors still lie beneath this soil.